Ladies and gentlemen, God knows getting a job in India is not easy. But what happens when a court cancels 25,000 jobs and asks people who have held these jobs for 7 years to return the money they have earned with 12% interest? That is exactly what the Calcutta High Court has done in what is seen as an unprecedented move. In a big blow to Mamata Banerjee's government, the Calcutta High Court has cancelled the recruitment of 25,000 teaching and non-teaching staff that were appointed in 2016 by the West Bengal School Service Commission. In common parlance, this is called Bengal's bribe for job scam, where undeserving candidates paid 5 to 15 lakh rupees to get a teacher's job. The man behind it was the TMC's Education Minister. He's behind bars. He's on your screens. His name is Partha Chatterjee. Today, a bench led by Justice Debangshu Basak said that OMR sheets of some of these examinations were manipulated in 2016, making all recruitments under it illegal. Cancelling the entire recruitment panel, the court explicitly said that the names of those who were included in the recruitment list was illegal. It has now ordered fresh recruitments against the post within 15 days. The Calcutta High Court has also asked the existing teachers and non-teaching staff to return their salaries with interest. The district magistrate has been tasked with collecting the money from staff. The court has also ordered the re-evaluation of 23 lakh OMR sheets of the recruitment exams that had been conducted in the past. The CBI has now been directed to probe the matter further with respect to the appointment process and submit a report in 3 months. Now, while the order brought cheer amongst hundreds of aspirants who were waiting outside the court premises, it irked the West Bengal Chief Minister. Mamata Banerjee has called the High Court order illegal. During a rally in North Bengal, Mamata Banerjee pledged to challenge this order in a higher court. She has also accused BJP leaders of influencing some members of the judiciary and their judgments, indicating that this order is the result of such influence. Listen in.
টোটাল রায়টাকে আমরা চ্যালেঞ্জ করছি তার কারণ 26,000 ছেলে মানে প্রায় 1.5 লক্ষ 2 লক্ষ পরিবার বলছে কিনা 8 বছর তারা চাকরি করেছে 4 সপ্তাহের মধ্যে সব টাকা ফেরত দিতে হবে ইজ ইট পসিবল বলুন আপনারা যারা এই রায়টা দিচ্ছেন এই রায়টা সারা জীবন আপনারা যারা চাকরি করেছেন তাদের টাকা যদি ফেরত দিতে বলা হয় পারবেন দিতে এটা কেন্দ্রীয় সরকার তারা বিজেপির লোক দেখে দেখে এখানে বসিয়েছেন যাতে তারা বিজেপি পার্টি অফিস থেকে যা করে দেয় সেই জবটা তারা করে দেয় কি করবেন আমায় সাজা দেবেন?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest development in the teachers recruitment scam, something that is a perpetual embarrassment for the TMC. The scam came to light when then Education Minister Partha Chatterjee and his aides were arrested in this alleged scam in 2022. What sealed its fate were some visuals, and you'll see those pictures on your screens. There they are. 22 crores in cash recovered from his aide Arpita Mukherjee's residence. In another raid, another mountain of cash worth 29 crore rupees was recovered. The agency had then disclosed that it had to use not 1 but 3 cash counting machines to know the exact amount of cash that was seized. This huge pile of cash that you see on your screens was taken away in 10 trunks to the CBI's office. All in all, 50 crore rupees in cash and 5 kgs of gold were recovered from Arpita Mukherjee's 2 flats. Interestingly, the CBI probe in this scam was ordered by then Calcutta High Court judge and now BJP leader Abhijit Ganguly. The then Judge Ganguly had called the state administration a fraud and has asked all of them to be hanged. While speaking to the media today, he once again called the scam pre-planned. Listen in.
আমার অত্যন্ত খারাপ লাগছে যে এরকম একজন জোচ্চোর মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর প্রশাসনের পাল্লায় আমরা আছি এই মুখ্যমন্ত্রীকে এক্ষুনি পদত্যাগ করতে হবে, এক্ষুনি। এবং এখন থেকে এই নির্বাচন রাষ্ট্রপতি শাসনের আন্ডারে হওয়া উচিত। প্রথম থেকেই তো এটা একটা অর্গানাইজড ক্রাইম ছিল এবং এখনো হয়ে আছে। সেই জন্যই তো সিবিআই এবং ইডির তদন্তে এত সময় লাগছে। প্রথম থেকেই পরিকল্পনা করে নেওয়া হয়েছিল যে আমরা কত টাকা কামাবো এই চাকরির ব্যবস্থা করে।
A very quick chat with my guest this evening. Dr. Avra Sen is spokesperson of the BJP. Deshrathan Nigam is a lawyer. Dr. Riju Datta, spokesperson of the TMC. And Sanjay Hegre is a senior advocate. We'll be looking at the court's judgment and its practicality. But first things first, I'm coming to you, Dr. Riju Datta. Is this or is this not a major embarrassment for the TMC? How is your chief minister and why is your chief minister saying that somehow the judge who gave the verdict today has somehow been influenced by BJP? Your minister takes 5 lakh rupees and 15 lakh rupees bribe from poor people, undeserving candidates, gives them job, denying rightful candidates. He's caught on camera. There are wads and wads of notes that have been caught. He's behind bars. And then the chief minister goes and says that the judgment has been influenced by the BJP. Who will believe you? Who will believe her?
See, the problem is, Delhi channels need to do a little homework about what is happening in Bengal. And I say this with all respect, Shreya. 2 days ago, on Saturday, the leader of opposition of West Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, from a public stage has said, I am going to drop a bomb on Monday and the West Bengal government cannot recover from that. And it is not the first time. Multiple times Shubhendu Adhikari has said, CBI will go to his house, ED will go to his house, and subsequently ED and CBI has carried on those raids. So, see, the order today that was passed by the Honorable Division Bench is based on the order that was set aside by the Supreme Court of a judge who is now the BJP's Lok Sabha candidate. So, we know what is happening, but rather than commenting on the High Court, I'm only going to say this today on your show for all your viewers. We have already challenged this in the Supreme Court. It will be said and set aside in Supreme Court, and I'm saying this with full authority. Why? Because the final charge sheet that was filed by the CBI said we have found discrepancy in 5,000 applications. There is a discrepancy.
Okay.
5,000 applications and unemployment. You are saying for last 8 years, the candidates out of which more than 20,000 who have got jobs on the rightful way, merit base, you are asking them to give back the salary they have in 8 years in 4 weeks' time. It's an inhuman bias.
How are they rightful candidates?
In the Supreme Court, and I'm sure in the next couple of days it will be not only stayed but set aside.
No, but how is it inhuman, Dr. Riju Datta, if I pay a bribe to get a job and then a court in this country says 8 years ago, you paid a bribe to get a job, denying a rightful person from getting that job. Now we are sacking you and you have to pay back all the salary with interest that you've got from the state government. How's that unjust? Injustice is what happened 8 years ago. Injustice is not what is happening today. Many people will argue.
Shreya, I completely agree with you. If the judgment would have said, as per the CBI findings, as per the charge sheet, 5,000 candidates who have been found, doing a lot of discrepancy or malpractice or whatever, we are cancelling their jobs and they have to return their money, then probably I wouldn't have much to say. But what about the 21,000 genuine students who have been working for 8 years? They have not done anything wrong. If a judge, or if not the judge, if the judgment cannot differentiate between right and wrong, then it's not a judgment, it's a farce, it's illegal, it's inhuman, and that is what we have challenged. Simple as that.
Dr. Sen,
जिन्होंने गलती किया है,
Dr. Sen, would you want to come in here? The BJP is...
Yeah, please let me come into the debate. Yeah, the thing is, they had created this ecosystem of selling jobs like vegetables in the open market. This is what TMC has done over the years. Many of their leaders, including the then education minister, is in jail today. And I'm carrying a copy of the judgment by the Honorable High Court's division bench. Clearly, it is written in the judgment that the state government has categorically accepted that there are innumerable discrepancies in the recruitment process. They were supposed to answer to the court how many such recruitments were illegal, but the State School Service Commission could not give any figure whatsoever. During the inquiry of the CBI, it was found that the SSC has just deleted all the digital records of the OMR sheets from its server. It was done on purpose to occlude the entire process of investigation by the CBI and ED. One more thing, what the state cabinet has done is horrific. It was prima facie proven, even before the judgment, that discrepancies are there, large-scale discrepancies are there. But the cabinet took an outrageous decision. The cabinet, led by Mamata Banerjee, decided that they would create supernumerary posts for the people who were supposed to lose their jobs on the accusation of being illegally recruited. So the cabinet of West Bengal government was planning to spend taxpayers' money to legitimize the illegal recruitments. And this same thing is also reflected in the High Court order today. Now the TMC spokesperson is justifying this. And one more thing. The problem with the Trinamool Congress is that they have taken money for giving these jobs. You have yourself said that there was a range of money, the bribe that was to be given to the TMC leaders. It's a very intricately organized crime. Since they have sold these jobs like vegetables, it is on them. The onus is on the TMC government to give respite to the entire situation.
And I'm not here to defend the TMC on this one, but the CBI. Just a minute, Mr. Sen. Just a minute, Mr. Sen. But the CBI has themselves gone to court and said it seems to us that Mr. Partha Chatterjee was the prime planner of this entire scam. They haven't named anyone else. The fact is, we've seen subsequent arrests, etc., but they haven't named anyone else. Sanjay Hegde, would you want to come in here? I just want you to look at the judgment and ask your opinion on whether it is fair or not. It is coming 8 years after the recruitment took place. Now you're telling people who've drawn salaries for the last 7 years to give up, to actually give those salaries back to the government with a 12% interest. Is it practical? How do courts decide on matters like this?
Well, the first thing the court will be looking at is whether there was a proper recruitment. Assuming that it comes to the conclusion that the recruitment was improper and the striking down of all the recruitments is a correct order, the question is of the consequential order. Now, it is a fact that these people have worked, whatever be the source of their employment. The Constitution of India says that there will not be unpaid work. Begar is abolished by the Constitution of India. So even if it is a government which has given you your salary, as long as you have worked, I don't see how the court has come to that conclusion that the money has to be returned with interest. Now, even let's assume that they have paid bribes to get their jobs. So they are also, in a sense, victims. They first paid bribes, they got the jobs, they sort of put their lives on some kind of glide path. They got salaries for work which they had done. It's not as if they just took the jobs and then collected the salaries without doing work. If you've done your work, then I don't think the past areas should be recovered. That, I suppose, would be set right by the Supreme Court.
Okay. Deshratan Nigam, would you want to come in here? This is interesting. Sanjay Hegde says, in a sense, if you look at it, then these 25,000 people are actually victims as well. But is a bribe giver a victim or a culprit? I mean, you are equally guilty, right, of paying that bribe of 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees or 15 lakh rupees and getting the job. Because by doing that, you have denied a deserving candidate that job.
Yes, absolutely, Shreya. In fact, if you look at the entire issue, the law has changed now. Both bribe giver and bribe takers have committed a crime. So you can't say they are victims. Consciously, they deprived a person who was deserving, right from the leadership till the person who was given the bribe. They all have committed crime. And that is what the conclusion has been reached. And they have given evidence also. Physically, the OMR sheets were, examined. They found it blank. The OMR sheets which were blank were also given, were recruited. the answer keys were manipulated to give wrong answers to get people in. So there was a collusion right from the top to the bottom. So I think this should set an example to the people that this is not the way of recruitment, whether you're giving bribe or the leaders who want to manipulate a system like that. So this is a very good judgment. If you want to take this to a logical conclusion, we see a lot of paper leaks taking place. We see a lot of things are taking place. But to give a political answer to this, now was put wrong in the panchayat elections when they passed strictures? Were they wrong in Sandesh Khali? Were they wrong in post-poll violence that had taken place? So many things. Were they wrong in, giving instructions to the government to allow the processions for Hindu festivals? So there is a complete chain of orders from the Kolkata High Court, against their government, Mamta Didi's government. So you can't be saying that they have been influenced. All the benches have been influenced. This is contempt of court. You have said so. Even Mamata Banerjee has committed a contempt of court that you think you have influenced the judges. So this is something I think the court should suo moto take notice of it and issue contempt notice to Mamata Banerjee.
But Mr. Nigam, when you have a sitting judge of the Calcutta High Court admit on camera that while being a sitting judge of the Calcutta High Court, he was in negotiations with the BJP to join their party and to fight an election, Mamata Banerjee will say she has grounds to say what she's saying. We leave it there for the moment. The matter in any case is going to be challenged in a higher court. So this is not the end of the story here. We leave it there for the moment. Dr. Sen, thank you very much. Deshratan Nigam, thank you. Dr. Datta, thank you very much. And Sanjay Hegde, thank you very much for joining us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. On the other side, my colleague Shreya Upadhyay joins you with all the top stories at the top of 9. Do stay with us.